everyone. So, I wanted to come in and talk to you about my experience going through a Sisterlock Self-Retightening class. So, I actually had to do my self-retightening class with another Sisterlock consultant other than my normal Sisterlock consultant because my current Sisterlock consultant doesn't offer self-retightening classes. So I did go, I had a great experience, and I wanted to talk about what happened. So when I walked in, I first had to pay a deposit to the Sisterlock consultant, which is about 50% of the total cost. The most of the common cost for a self-retightening class is $250. So I paid half of that up front, and then I paid the second half after my class was over. The Sister Law consultant had me fill out a certificate or a form so that she could, I think, turn it in to show proof of me taking the self-retightening class. And it also gives me a receipt, so if I need to reorder any kind of tools the Sister Law company offers, I can do that. So that's kind of the purpose of that form. The next thing she gave me was a box that looks like this, and it has different items in the box. So you'll get a box that looks like this, and included in the box were the following things. So there was a mirror like this. That's supposed to help you when you're doing your own self-retightening. You don't have to use that mirror, but it's just a complimentary mirror that comes with the cost. I also got a little book that looks like this. So this was great just to take down some notes from the consultant when she was teaching me how to retighten my locks. And then I received a bag like this. It was more organized than this, by the way, but it just has different types of clips. And it also has, let's see if I can find it. It also has the the retightening tool that you would need to actually retighten your locks. So you get all of that, plus an additional Sister Locks pin. And then you get 3 full-size products. So you get a moisture treatment product, you get an herbal spray moisturizer, and you get a Sister Locks green tea shampoo. So you get all of this in your box when you go to your self-retightening class. My overall experience with the class was good. I will be honest, I did struggle though through the class. So the actual interlocking method that's used to retighten sister locks really isn't any different than any 4-point interlocking method. So, you'd always start to the left of the lock. That's what she taught me. So you go this way with the tool, you go up with the tool, you go the opposite way with the tool, and then you go down. And that rotation may vary depending upon where you are in your head, but on this side, that's what I was doing. And I struggled. And let me tell you why I struggled. It's not so much the technique that's the problem, because it's like any standard interlocking technique. But the tool that itself looks like this, so it's really teeny tiny. But this part right here is dynamic, like it actually moves. And I kept, with my big old clumsy fingers, touching this a lot. So this is what you kind of hook around your lock, and then you just kind of do the rotation, right? I kept touching this, the hook kept coming undone, I kept latching it onto other locks I wasn't even working on. So the technique wasn't the problem, but this tool for my hands really caused me to have a problem. I have since self-retightened only once, because it's just been a couple of months since I've taken the retightening class, and I actually bought a set of new tools to actually do my retightening with, just because I was having so much trouble with this tool. The Sisterlock tool is not a bad tool. It's not a bad tool, but like any tool, you have to find the right one that works for you. So once I used the current newer tool that I bought that's not a Sisterlock brand tool, once I use it enough to feel comfortable with it, I don't mind doing a review for you just so you'll have another option when you're retightening your locks. But the whole point I want to tell you is that if you do the self-retightening class and you're struggling with the technique, it may not be the technique that's the problem. It may just be that the tool, this particular tool, may not be the best for you. I think like any process or any kind of technique, practice makes perfect, right? So I think the more I do it, the better off I'll get. One of the things I want to share with you as well that I learned from the retightening classes, I got some tips that I want to share from this other consultant about some of the challenges that I've shared with you that I've been having. One of the issues I've shared with you I've been having is losing locks from the root, right? We've talked about that. What she recommended was taking a hair, nail, and skin vitamin just to help to kind of build up the strength of my hair from the root. I did confer with my actual Sisterlock consultant that takes care of my hair more consistently, and she said that there's nothing wrong with the hair, nail, and skin vitamin. The only thing she warned is that if I start it, it has to be something that I will choose to keep up long term. She said the reason for this suggestion is because as the hair starts to grow out after taking the vitamin, my hair is going to be thicker, right? Which is great. But if I quit taking the vitamins, my hair goes back to its regular density. So I'll have like this thick and, for my hair, fine texture on one lock that may cause some issues long term. So that's what she posed as a warning about the hair, nail, and skin vitamin. The other thing that the self-retightening Sisterlock consultant talked to me about as far as dryness, I told her that I'm struggling with also some dryness in my hair. What she said to me was really shocking, honestly. She asked me how often I moisturize my hair and how often I shampooed my hair. And she said that I'm doing both of those too much. So before going to her class, I was shampooing my hair once a week and I was moisturizing my hair with water at least twice a day, every day. She said that's way too much. She said what you need to do is don't moisturize your hair every day because your hair doesn't need it. And she said, shampoo your hair every 2 weeks instead of every week. The reason why she says this is because she feels like the whole rose water thing that's kind of become more popular. She actually said that that's not a good idea and she doesn't know where that came from. I love rose water. I don't have a problem with rose water personally, but she says she feels like it hinders the locking process. Not so much rose water, but just moisturizing the hair too much. It just hinders the locking process. And she says your hair is going to be moisturized on its own. You don't need all of that. So those are some of the tips that she shared with me as I'm struggling with losing locks and keeping my hair moisturized. As a follow-up to those suggestions, I did go ahead and start implementing the not moisturizing my hair every day, and I also started implementing washing my hair less frequently. And I will say, in all honesty, I've been doing it for about 2 months, and I have seen, in my opinion, a positive improvement. Like, I know you can't like feel my hair, but it really it's starting to feel more and more like locks and not so soft, right? I think also too the integrity of the lock is getting better. Like here's a lock, for example, where the root is finally starting to, lock on its own. So my hair doesn't seem as curly on the end, like it's finally starting to do what it's supposed to do. So I know it's hard to give up moisturizing the hair frequently, especially if you're like me and you had loose natural hair before going to Sister Locks. Like it's hard to break away from that. But I can honestly say I've had some really good results not moisturizing my hair as often and not washing my hair as often. One of the things I did ask her about washing the hair less frequently is, well, what do I do in between washes? Because I work out, I live in a southern part of the United States, which is hot more often than cold. So there's just sweat that's going to happen in the scalp, right? She said two things. She said I could use a damp cloth to wipe down my scalp in between. And she also said I could use a handheld blow dryer to blow dry my roots dry. I have been doing both of those things in between my 2 week washes, and it really has helped to maintain my hygiene, if you will, in my hair. And it really has been good suggestions. So, as crazy as it seems, ladies, you may want, and gentlemen, you may want to moisturize your locks less and you may want to wash your hair less often, especially if you're like me and you're just starting your journey and your locks aren't all officially locked yet. So just keep those ideas in mind. But all of these things I'm telling you, always check with your Sisterlock consultant because they know your hair and your hair needs more than I do. But I have seen some good results trying these tips. So I really do hope that it's helpful. last but not least, I've basically completed my first full year of having Sisterlocks. And so as a thank you to you, the subscribers in particular, for coming along on my journey and being so supportive, I want to say thank you to you. I want to celebrate my 1 year anniversary by thanking you. So I'm doing a giveaway for subscribers only, and I want to give you a brand new, your own herbal spray moisturizer product. And I also am giving away this Sisterlock's moisture treatment. So these have not been used, these are brand new, and I'd like to give this to you as a giveaway and as a thank you for you coming along my journey. Whether you came when I had loose natural hair or you just joined yesterday, I really want to thank you for being a subscriber. So if you'd like to be considered for this giveaway, the only thing you really need to do is just subscribe to my channel, Lakeisha's Locks, and I'm going to randomly select two people, one person to get this product and the other to get this one, on January 1st, 2020. And I will contact you directly if you've been selected to win either or of these products. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate your support, your comments, your questions. I appreciate the engagement, and I really do appreciate you coming along the journey with me. So good luck, and I will see you all soon. Take care.